you a crime.
Congratulations to all of you in this building. Hard to know where to start, but probably that moment when Jojo, when you fuck off Hitler. Let me start there. Such a powerful moment. Taika, can you tell us about just the desire to tell the story and to do what you did with this particular moment in history?
Well, I'm a massive fan of World War II. No, I grew up, my father's father, so I guess my grandfather, technically, he fought in World War II, fought Nazis, and so and I was always obsessed by that as a child, and always watched a lot of films and for me there was a clear delineation between the good guys and the bad guys, and growing up there was for me there was like the I don't know what the best war, but yeah, so I grew up knowing, my mother's like, the Russian Jews who escaped pogroms that came from New Zealand, of all places. And so I grew up having a very clear idea of, I feel, what was good and what was bad, and I feel like these days, and I said this last night, but for me it's very important that that we. There's a bug. For me, it's very important that we keep telling these stories, but in very different ways. And yes, sometimes you've got to use magic, you've got to use fantasy, you've got to use imaginary friends and things like that to keep the story interesting. And I think with any story that keeps getting told throughout human history, you always have to embellish, you always have to keep changing it up, making it more interesting. And I think we're in danger a little bit of humans are apathetic, humans get lazy, and I think right now, today, we are a little bit in danger of forgetting what happened between 1933 and 1945, and we need to keep telling the stories. And I think some people go, oh no, another World War II movie, oh god, yeah, we get it. But we don't, because we are forgetting. And there was a poll that was taken in America, and a very high statistic was that I'm going to make up the number. You guys can tell me that I'm wrong, but I'm going to make up a big number. But it was, it's like they asked a lot of the American youth what Auschwitz meant. What was it? And let's say 40% of the people they asked had no idea what the word was, what it meant, what the camp was, and the fact that it's less than 100 years since the atrocities is shocking to me, and I think it's not good enough that our youth don't know what they meant.
It is a very important story to tell, but it is told as a movie with a lot of comedy in it. And as the producer, going out to pitch this movie, get the money together, get everybody on board, did you have a hard time? Were people afraid of Jojo Rabbit?
I didn't have a hard time because of this man was doing all the pitching. But Taika, he's got that amazing balance between comedy and heart. I work with him on Hunt for the Wilder People, and I just sort of trust that inherently he can weave the comedy and the heart together, and I think he's done that again in this film, and we've seen that tonight.
Thank you. Roman, for you, you're carrying this movie, you're the heart of Jojo Rabbit, you're the title character. It's a tough role to play, and you have to work with this gentleman over here. What was that like? What was he like as a director for you?
You can take this all away from you.
He was a great director. He taught me a lot about life and energy and film, and he had good taste in music. Is that good? Okay. What was that? Oh, he was also amazing at guitar.
Yeah, and, I'm a decent person.
He's a great person.
The world for our Jojo, and when we first met Roman, it was you just had incredible focus. Like you wouldn't take your eyes off Taika. You just showed us the incredible intensity that you had and the range you had. It was amazing, Roman. So you did a great job.
I work with a lot of children. They're the worst. It's true what they say. Don't work with them. Don't work with them. I just didn't listen for 5 movies. But no, seriously, when I try to find kids to be in these films, for me the key is finding someone who embodies the character that I'm trying to put in the film or what I've written, and this. But Roman is one of the most sensitive and loving and engaged people I've met, despite his and it just blew me away. He came in and you can tell. You felt when you came in, when you read the script? We didn't practice this.
No, I was very nervous and excited I was very nervous and excited to play the part, but Taika helped me a lot with that.
We want to leave a little bit of time for your questions as well. So can we bring the lights up a little bit and got a question? I see up in the balcony. I think it's the back row. Please, yes, go ahead.
This question is for Taika. I just first want to congratulate you. It was so funny, and at times it's very sad. I was wondering how you balance the comedy and the drama without dulling either part of the film.
The question is about how did you balance the comedy and the drama?
If you've seen most of my films, are pretty much the same balance. And it takes a long time, and usually in the editing, to find that balance between comedy, pathos, and for me, that's what life is. It's especially my life is a mixture of drama and hilarity, and it's never one or the other, and so I can't make like a gritty, raw drama when it's like, there's a hard-hitting drama. It's like a deep penetration into the human condition. I can't do that. And also I can't make it where it's comedy, but it's like, because jokey. For me, it has to be a mix because that's what life is. It is. For me, that's exactly what every day for every single person in the world is a mix, and that's my jam.
All right, let's go right there.
How do you go about giving all these and weird qualities to not be without kind of going too far?
How do you give endearing qualities to Nazi characters without going too far?
Well, three people living there. I haven't answered the question yet. Well, again, as I said before, I've always been fascinated by this particular war, and Rommel, great general, and fantastic member of the German army, but wasn't officially a Nazi. Didn't want to be a Nazi. Tried to kill Hitler. So there were many people who were patriots, but not part of the party. So for me, I think, look, humans are humans, and you aren't born evil. Okay, so for me, after becoming a father, I really realised that it takes a lot to indoctrinate children and to rear children and bring them up to be assholes, essentially. So a lot of these kids were, so there's a lot of research into the youth, and these kids were encouraged to sell their parents out, and they were encouraged to reject their parents' advice. Doesn't matter if the other parents were in the party or not, and they were told your father is Adolf Hitler, and so for me, I feel like humans are humans, and without, I don't want to say this dumb quote by this asshole this power, but yes, definitely in Germany there were good people. So I don't want to say every German was a prick at that time, because they weren't all prick. Does that make sense? Yeah. Does that make sense?
One quick more question, then we're going to have to go. Yes. I think the question is about the final song, Heroes, and the Bowie German version of it.
Yeah, he's one of my heroes. And yes, but you probably know, the theme, the message of the song. And for me, it's about this guy making one small effort to be a hero in a moment where he has spent the majority of his life up until when he's 10 and a half not being a hero at all, and then just making one small gesture towards someone to help them escape from his house, but and to be a hero. And for me, that's what the song.
It is possible to unlearn hate.
Absolutely.
All right, we're gonna have to leave it there. Unfortunately, we're out of time.